Gusty winds out there today. We did have a top wind speed or peak wind gust in East Idaho of 62 miles per hour. That went out to the East Butte out in the Arco Desert. For Pocatello and Idaho Falls, we had winds gusting anywhere from 40 to almost 50 miles per hour. Certainly enough to get your attention. Good news in that department. We're looking at a calmer weather weekend, so great weather as far as gathering all those leaves back up in the yard and making those piles again and hopefully getting the leaves into a bag this time, right? My yard, that's basically my yard. Still 3 or 4 inches deep with leaves. The wind, lack of it, will certainly help out for this weekend. Colder nights are ahead starting tonight. In fact, we'll be below freezing at night for a change. Hasn't been quite that cold for the last few days. But there is some warmer weather around the corner. You thought we were done? Yeah, with the warm stuff. Well, 60s are coming back this way next week for at least 1 or 2 days for most of the Snake River Plain. So we got a treat waiting for us towards the middle latter part of next week. Cold front zipping through the state. Now just parked just to the south of Pocatello, making its way down into northern Utah. The fastest part of that cold front is already practically into South Dakota, and it will continue to push eastward. Skies are clearing and high pressure building off towards the west over eastern Oregon. Will start to slowly push this way, and that's the reason why it won't be quite as windy as this weekend, with that high plopping itself right over East Idaho by Sunday, and that will give us lots of sunshine. And then we'll see a few clouds start strolling in late Sunday into Monday. No clouds tonight to keep us warm. 28 for a low. That's in town in Pocatello, so even colder than it was last night. Last night we were in the upper 30s. 23 for a low for your Friday night in Idaho Falls. Last night we were in the mid 30s, so yeah, 12 degrees colder. You'll notice, thankfully, we won't have a lot of wind. Barely a breeze overnight, and that will also be the case during the day. A maximum wind speed, you better sit down for this, 5 miles per hour. I mentioned the 49 mile per hour wind speed that we saw around the Idaho Falls area. That will not be in the forecast tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, less windy for your Saturday in Pocatello, almost 50, 49 to be exact. Temperature map, anyone in the 50s? Millette City, 51. Looks like American Falls will top out at 50. And as we zoom out at Travel Tracker, nice day all over the place. Not a warm day, but at least we won't have the wind, nor rain, nor snow out there. 42 and mostly sunny in Jackson, 10 degrees warmer down in Logan, Utah, with a high of 52 degrees. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer's 7-day forecast. Looking ahead for the rest of the weekend, a few more clouds later in the day on Sunday, but at least we're warming up again. We'll be in the 60s for 3 days in a row next week. How about that? Idaho Falls 7-day forecast. We'll be in the 50s starting Sunday. We'll have 1 day of 60-degree weather. That will come Thursday. We could see some rain next Friday, so FYI on that. And it looks like right now it's just going to be rain, at least in the Snake River Plain. Blackfoot will be in the 50s starting Sunday. A couple days in the lower 60s. Chance of rain on Friday for the Teton area. We're dry all weekend. We do cloud up a little bit on Monday, but we'll warm up as well with a chance of rain. Our next possibility of moisture next Friday in Central Mountains. No real threat of moisture for at least until next Friday. Temperature almost hitting 60 on Monday.